Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are playing the largest of shamans. We're playing Big Shaman. The largest of shamans is my preferred way to refer to them, but for those who don't know what the deck does, you cheat out 7, 8, 9, 10 drops, and you kind of use them to win the game. Thunderbringer cheats out Glugg plus Walking Mountain or Neptune. If not, Muckmorpher just becomes Neptulon. Sorry, I have hiccups that started as I hit fucking record. You kind of just sort of steal wins. So, with that being said, how about we queue up the first game and hopefully have it go great. Or I guess, yeah, I'll see y'all in the first game. Alright, first matchup. Our opening hand is kind of terrible, although we want to keep one Devolve in case he has double Libram of Wisdom in the opener, and he can aggro them both out pretty early. Devolve gets rid of both of them permanently. The cards in my bottom deck don't change throughout the game. I figured he was a Libram. Ooh, that's a gross draw. I mean, I guess I can draw Ancestral early on. Ugh, these are all also kind of trashy. Let's take this. Honestly, our draw this game has been pretty bad. Well, I have to kill that. I can't let him draw another free Libram spell. This protects me for 1 for 2 turns. By the way, as we're playing this game, are you serious? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Be sérieux. Fuck more than this. That's a good draw for next turn. Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully this hits Thunderbringer. Honestly, hitting Thunderbringer is like best case scenario. Because he eats that, we get Glugg plus a Walking Mountain. We eat his board, we gain a shitload of life. We're vibing, right? Also, did I say what beverage I had? I'm currently drinking myself a nice cold brewski. Play the second one, I dare you. Playing aggro Libram. He's playing. Why is he not playing quest line? Make your deck fun and creative and unique. Play the fucking quest. I guess it's not even quest line, it's just the quest. People make me angry. People make me anger. I'm going for this right away. Should have poked there. Actually, no. This way he can't give the Libram of Wisdom to another minion. But we actually hit. Draw a card. Give me Glugg. Ugh, yuck. Oh, yuck. I just win. Ugh. Fuck. I didn't want to just win. I want to make him cry. I sound like the biggest asshole right now. But he's gonna cry. And that deck plays 0 taunt minions typically. And even if he does, alright. 9 plus 32 is above 30, last I checked. Sorry about that. Anyways, we actually have to play the Bloodlust. We just won. Anyways, let's queue up the next one. Alright. Priests. Aggro priests? Against aggro priests, honestly, Pop-Up Book is not bad. It typically saves you like 5 or 6 health. And okay, it's gonna sound weird, but against the current aggro decks, 5 or 6 health is game winning. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I've noticed it, and it's part of the reason why I get so tilted most of the time when I play against these Mongoloid aggro decks is I feel like I know exactly what's gonna happen, and it's, man, is it tilting. Oh, these cards are terrible. I don't want to draw any of those. I would rather play the Pop-Up Book.
Linked together in harmony.
Okay. I'm gonna play the Rockbiter Weapon here. While yes, Rockbiter Weapon can win you the game, the advantage of like these cards is like first of all, they can kill multiple minions. There's not just one. Also, it helped my fucking mouse reconnect it to my PC. Hello, mouse. Mouse. There we go. Give me either a minion or an ancestral call and put the opposite at the bottom of my deck. I have to kill this thing. These are all so bad. Oh, I wasted a draw on these. That hurts. It hurts my soul. It hurts my fucking soul. Am I dead? This card that I put on top is like actually so fucking terrible. I was like, I can't even draw Muckmorpher this turn, so I'm drawing Devolve. Like, that's like, okay, so this card is a blessing and a curse. While sometimes it's fantastic, other times this card is abysmal. You just lock yourself into drawing garbage for a turn, and it hurts so fucking bad. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. Unless I roll like all O3s on this default. If I roll all O3s into Taunt at least. Take 6, I'm at 3. Use double Mind Seer. Use a minion, 2 unknowns. I get it Muckmorpher into Walking Fountain and I can survive, technically. Pretty handedly. Honestly, he has the Mind Blast. Top decked. Last turn, true. My only draw is Muckmorpher into Walking Fountain. Lucky. I mean, it still works to wipe his board, but I'm at the I guess I'm at the mercy of a top deck, right? I guess he could have Acupuncture is like the only other top deck he could have. Or if he's holding an Acupuncture. I beat everything else technically. Acupuncture and Mind Blast, which is 4 draws in his deck. That puts me to 2. So you have both of those? Okay, no, I wouldn't. Oh, no, I don't win. Never mind. Oh, GG's. It came down to hitting Walking Mountain, right? Which was a 40% chance. If I hit Walking Mountain, I won the game. Wasn't particularly close. I'd gained 16 there. And then a minion that killed him on board. Unlucky. It is what it is. Let's skip the next one. Alright. So, playing as another priest, I'm gonna again assume it's aggro. Mull for hopefully a draw of Muck. Because I feel like against aggro priest, Muckmorpher is almost a card you always have to draw in order to win. So therefore, I'm gonna mull for it. I'm gonna keep this because early game removal is also important. If I'm only able to play this guy on 4 with a coin, I want to be able to semi-control the board in the early game. If I draw Muckmorpher here, though, I'm in a great spot. Honestly, that's fine. Prevent him from buffing other future minions. And again, if I draw Muckmorpher, I get to attack next turn, discount it to 3, play this, attack, discount it to, discount it to 4, then discount it to 3, and I'm ahead again. So I get to play Muckmorpher on 3, and then use that to try and steal the game. If I don't draw Muckmorpher here, most likely playing this, clearing the board, and seeing where to go from there. Yeah, let's play the top deck one. We're gonna clear the board, and we're gonna see where we go. I can't clear the board. Alright, we kill this thing. And we see where we go from here. We've taken a lot of damage, I won't lie. I'm a little bit worried for it. Because we have nothing in hand. Like, we don't have any win cons in hand. We don't have any win... Like, it's hard to win with what we have currently in hand. It's basically what I'm getting at. I also have to take a piss so fucking badly. So I think I'm going to edit this out, but I am going to run to the washroom real quick after I kill this thing and play this. So I will be right back.
Link together in harmony.
Sorry about that. I don't often have to go take pisses in the middle of recordings. But, fuck, that shit hit me like a fucking... When I started the recording, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. In the middle of the recording, I'm like, I need to fucking piss now. Okay. This goes here every time. This goes here. I could have traded there, but I think this is slightly better. I could have also played this to try and... Because the thing is, like, an Ancestral Call, the top of my deck is insane. Muckmorpher to the top would have been huge. Oh, he missed that on 1 damage. Muckmorpher? Muckmorpher. Yeah, that's fine. Devolve into 0-2? 0-3? Fuck it. Alright, so you have Muckmorpher, hopefully you play some amount of minions. Hit Mountain. Mountain's at 50-50. And if not, again, no matter what I hit, basically, I'm dead to top decks. Unless it's Thunderbringer, in which case I'm just dead. Nothing? 1 time? Are you for fucking real? That was the 1 card that wasn't out in my deck. Once he kills it here. Could hear about Mindseer. If it's Mindseer, I'm just dead anyways. Dead to burn, dead to Mindseer. What? Okay, well... Game, if you fuck me this hard, I quit. Thank God. Oh my God. I'm gonna say it, I 1,000... Him playing that right there was a mistake. Because if I was able to trade my guy in and hit Walking Mountain, which you should know is in my deck, he loses. Him not playing that means I can't trade in my Thunderbringer, and he just hero powers me next turn and he wins the game. So he threw And I'm taking advantage of it. Oh, thank God. I'm going to take him throwing for the win any day of the week. Playing an aggro deck, it's pretty easy for him to win that way. Anyways, we just have for a couple more games, so let's keep them up. Alright. And today our draws have been honestly kind of mid to trash. Muck? Whoo! As I say that, we go to having a mid build, like a mid opener. A top thing for Ancestral Call and some other random spells makes his hand pretty much top tier. We gotta go this into Ancestral Call and Neptune, which is not bad. Especially if this is Thunderbringer, we just have so much tempo, it's insane. Even against the deck he's playing, where we'd be in a very, very good position. Latest on 2, attack him in the dome. He's playing Quest on 1. Maybe Coin Cobalt, Coin Tour Guide. But that's typically, they save the coin typically for 3 to go with Dark Glare. He's probably going for a Dark Glare play. Ancestral Call is the call. Ancestral Call and maybe Reincarnate are the cards I want to say. This way I can Reincarnate this. If I draw Reincarnate this turn, I potentially actually wait a turn before I play it. I just go for it. If he has the answer, he has the answer. Hopefully, like, this is the one time I want to hit Thunderbringer. Oh, that thing just dies so easily. It's rough to want that as the card. At a 4/4, it dies to Spirit Bomb, which is why it's a little bit awkward. And also kind of why I wanted to hit Thunderbringer, right? If he Spirit Bombs Thunderbringer and I 740 power, like, I'm fine. Yeah, he wanted to go coin Spirit Bomb off the top? I don't know. Spirit Bomb off. No, it's that into Librarian, into Tour Guide, into Spirit Bomb. There's a Tour Guide. Show me the Cobalt. Oh, it was a Broomstick. So this is out of Spirit Bomb territory. I'm devolving this. No, I'm just devolving his board this much. I might actually trade devolve. I can't even trade devolve now. I didn't really want to waste the jamming out on this. In this scenario, I think it's worth it. Because again, honestly not putting the Dark Lair in his Deadpool in case he's a second raise dead is very, very worth it. Fuck, I finished my beer. I think I have another one for the next game. Fuck yeah, let's go, boys. This is trading here every single time. This game's 2-2. So what is that? 10-9. Hope for 10. And actually play this. You should have tapped first. But that puts him up to 11. If he would have tapped first, played that, he was up to 10. He might not be tapping here. Oh! Glugg Punch! Okay, you're playing Questlock, or so you can at least let me dome you. Also get fucked, you're playing Questlock. I'll tell you it. Anyways, time for one more game, or maybe 2, depending how long they take. Let's queue up and let's see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, I'll see y'all in the next game. Okay. I love this meta. If I'm being honest, I'm a huge fan of the current meta. It's not that bad. Ultimate's hand is pretty solid. Turn 3 Ancestral Call, turn 2 Auctioneer's Hammer, or Gavel, whatever the fuck it's called. This meta is not that bad. Alright, I'm gonna bitch about it, I guarantee you, in a couple videos. I'll bitch about it whenever the fuck I want. I don't care. But the meta is not that bad. There's a fairly decent diversity, and I think without Questlock and Aggro Priest, it would almost be perfect. From all the formats I've seen a lot of Hearthstone formats amongst my years to play the game. And yes, it's not months, it's years. You can go back and see like 2.5 years worth of games played on the channel. That's... I'm just gonna say, that's just me being a bitch. But no. I've played this game for years. Actual years. I've played all the way from the start. I played in the beta. Don't sadly have the main promo to show you play during beta, sadly, because I never spent money. At least that's how I understand how you got it. But I had my account since beta. Played on my brother's account, which does have... can't think of the name of the legend. It's the 6/6 for 6 that gives you a random great invention. My brother has it. Also, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, my brother has that promo. And I've been playing the game since then. This is, I'll say it, since launch, in what I can remember, because I don't remember some of those mid sets. Like, I remember in very specific periods in time. I remember the release of Frozen Throne, because of what I was doing in life. I remember Mean Streets, I remember GVG, I remember Grand Tournament, I remember Nax, LOE, Ragnarok, they're called Ragnarok. Whatever that, let's set the head Emperor Thor Ascend, the it's not really a set, but the expansion is what they called it. I remember like Witchwood. I'll be honest, I could probably say I remember most of it if I actually sat down and thought about it. But this is arguably one of the most diverse formats we had. The problem is that the decks feel like rock, paper, scissors. If you had a rogue deck playing in really any meta deck, you have like a 75-80% win rate. It just is what it is. Back in the day, you had a rogue deck and you were playing a fucking druid back in, you know, Frozen Throne launch with Ultimate LUL prior to nerf, fucking Spreading Plague, Malfurion, Lich King, all that type of shit in your deck. You probably had a closer to like 80-90% win rate. But the rogue, honestly, the rogue decks have been power crept way more than the meta decks. The meta decks have been power crept, don't get me wrong. But it's just so interesting to see the develop. Like, I feel like one of those people that if you've ever talked to someone that's been playing, I'm gonna use the example of Magic because that's the people I've personally talked to. That have been playing Magic since way back in the day. I'm talking about, you know, for the people I'm talking about in particular have been playing, I believe, since Unlimited. They have like their unlimited set of duels. They have black border power, shit like that. Like, shit that's worth a very, very, very pretty fortune. And cards that I dream of owning one day. Like, I dream to own a black border fucking Lotus one day to use the token in my, what is it, one-eyed deck? The guy there that creates a Black Lotus token. I dream to own a legitimate black border Lotus to use as that token. Just as I think it would trigger a shitload of people. but also just because I think it'd be funny and be cool to have an actual magic card as that token. But I rest my case. And they, like, I've talked to them about like what they saw as power creep, and like, yeah, we've seen a lot of power creep. I mean, back in the day, like for 1 mana, like a 2/2 was like considered broken. You know, when Elite Vanguard came out, it was a card that I remember from when I was first starting to play. Like that card was considered a really good 1-drop. It's a 1 mana 2/1 vanilla. And then we get fucking Ragavan, right? Like, I know Ragavan's even a little old, but a 2/1 that can have haste for 2 mana that returns to your hand, that has upside when it punches your opponent in the dome, is insane power creep when you compare it to Elite Vanguard and Savannah Lion, you know? But I feel like Hearthstone's honestly, like, the more I step back and not someone playing the game and think about it, yes, the game has been power crept, but it's also not as bad as I feel a lot of people make it sound online. Anyways, we have time for one last game, so let's queue it up and let's do that real quick. Alright guys, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next game.
The Thunder King versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
This is not my first guerrilla war.
Alright. It's hard mode, try and find something relevant. We drew double Muckmorpher in the Ancestral Call. I hate my fucking life. Okay, at least we're playing against control. Actually, this hand would probably be better against aggro, if I'm being honest. Control will have more answers to an early game Neptune, potentially up a Muckmorpher than aggro would. Alright, I'm gonna say it here, since I feel like no one says it nearly enough. Out of every single deck in the game, no matter how broken anything becomes, and this is just me being straight with you guys, I don't give a fuck how good Quest Lock becomes. I don't give a fuck how good Quest Priest becomes, or Aggro Priest, or, you know, combo Demon Hunter, or whatever. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna die on this hill. This Shaman deck is most likely your best deck to climb with. People might call me inbred for this, or the R word, which from what I hear I'm not allowed to say online. Big Shaman is one of those decks that is so good yet underrepresented in the meta that at the moment I don't see a world where it gets nerfed. Straight up don't see one. If you guys see one, cool. I don't see a world where this deck gets nerfed over something like Seedlock or something like Aggro Priest, Aggro Demon Hunter, Aggro Rogue, even modern day Quasar Rogue, Alex. Okay, maybe Alex Rogue doesn't. Alex Rogue is a little pretty bubble that should have no cards in it touched, in my opinion. But like Libram Paladin and other actual tier 1 decks, this deck is not going to ever be considered tier 1. And it's not big content creators or big Hearthstone making it seem like, oh yeah, the deck's not an issue, it's fine. No. Easy. It's not at all that. It's the reason this deck is not going to get touched and not going to get nerfed is because it's just not popular enough. Like, I spent a lot of time on Reddit over the last couple days, like, between going to work and coming back from work and shit like that, you know, on, like, little breaks here and there at work, or I'm waiting for something to finish cooking in the oven, and I just pull out my phone and look at Reddit real quick. I've spent a lot of time on Reddit. I've not seen a single person bitch about Big Shaman. For good reason. I think I've seen one this expansion. like since the start of the expansion. I've seen like one or two. And honestly, while yes, the deck is good, and in my opinion, the best deck to climb with, it's just, it is what it is. If you're not gonna if you're not about to bitch about aggro priest potentially killing you on turn 2, or well, it's closer to 3-4, you have no fucking right to bitch about the deck that is hoping for the RNG turn 3 Muckmorpher into Walking Mountain that you can't answer on your turn into Reincarnated, or into the Thunderbringer where you kill that summons Glugg Neptune. You have no fucking right to bitch about that. If you're playing something like Aggro Priest, where you're just hoping for your turn 3 kill. And yeah, honestly, this is the single best deck to climb with. In my opinion, I think that someone that's better at the game than I am, because again, I'd say I'm mid at best at the game. My understanding of the game, while yes, it might be above, I get distracted a lot. So I mostly play ladder while recording, and I get distracted with my commentary more than people that are actually focusing on the game. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be what it's going to be. I enjoy doing live commentary over my videos, so therefore I'm going to do that. I don't give a fuck. Some people might not like it. Some people might like it. If you like it, great, because I'm not going to stop. But yeah, it's one of those decks that, honestly, even if you're not really paying attention, you want to watch a TV show, play this in the background, this actually can do it. There's not that many choices you have to do, that many decisions, and I'd argue even less than the aggro decks. So you don't have to worry about trading. Honestly, at a certain point where it's just like, alright, my opponent has nothing on board, or my opponent has 2 minions on board, I just cheat into playing Neptulon, it can't attack face, clear his board, pass. Most decks have no answer to an Neptulon in turn 3 or 4. They're just like, GG, I guess I'm dead, you know, and then on turn 5 you play Bloodlust, they just die. So it is what it is. I'd say if you want to climb, play this deck. And on, actually, prior to the nerfs was announced, I was actually planning on releasing a video that I put on hold. This is like my opinion of the top decks of each archetype to play to climb ladder. And at the end of the video, I just said, like, these are my top decks of each archetype, but in my opinion, the best deck to climb in the format is this deck, because no one's teching for it at all. And people are teching for combo decks? Cool. They play a turn 2 Dirty Rat and pull your Neptulon, they lose. They're just straight up dead. There's fuck all they can do. Right? They pull a Thunderbringer on their turn 2 Dirty Rat trying to beat some combo rogue deck or some combo druid deck or whatever. You know, they're Mali, they're Yasuo druids. And they pull your Neptulon? They're crying. They're assuming you're playing even Shaman, and then when they realize you're not even, they're assuming you're playing Shudderwalk. So they're like, oh cool, I'll pull the Shudderwalk, I'll take like 12, but I'll kill it. And they fucking pull a Neptulon, and they're like, I ain't taking 12, I'm taking my fucking health bar. And yeah, I genuinely feel like this is the best deck to climb with. Games are fast, so you don't have the time issue. You beat the aggro decks when you get a cheat out shit. And yes, obviously there's games where you don't get to cheat out anything. But, I mean, for every, I'd say 3 games you play, maybe one of them you don't get to cheat out anything. But, like, the games you get cheat out shit, you typically win. And, you know, honestly, getting into the high elo shit, having a 66% win rate is good enough. 66% rate is fucking fantastic. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm done ranting. If you want to continue this conversation in the comments, go ahead. I try to find one day a week to reply to comments. I know I've been really bad at that as of late, probably for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. But I have a day in mind where I'm planning on replying to a whole bunch of comments. So hopefully get them in for Thursday. So I'm planning on doing that Thursday. Today we're Tuesday. So not tomorrow, the next day. Most people watch it on the day it's uploaded, so it is what it is. But yeah, we'll continue the conversation then. Anyways, with all that being said, hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As always, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.